Lions fans, it's that time. Games ended. I just got home from watching the game at the theater. Um, we took an L despite looking amazing the first half. Before I go any further, make sure you smash those like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop some chats and comments down below for the engagement. Appreciate it. But yes, before I begin, Lions fans, I'm always going to be a Lions fan. Always repping my Lions, love my Lions always. Well, never going to change. Going into this game, I kind of expected it to be tough. I figured we'd have a very good chance of winning this game, and we did. And it was close for the most part. We had the lead most of the game until halftime. But just going to say, I think maybe it's time to admit this may not be our year again. This is probably the worst season we've had in a while. After finishing 15-2 last season, we're now, 7-6 this season, and I couldn't look worse. As I said, the season is plagued with injuries. I've said it before. I've said it last season. The Lions can never stay healthy the entire season. Defensively is where we're most injured. Offense is slightly banged up, but it's our defense that's once again the majority injured. Now for this game, I will say we did play. We played great. We played our hearts out the first half, I should say. Aiden Hutchinson with that 58-yard interception set the Lions up for a quick 7 points to, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That was good. That was impressive. Defense stepped up. Offensive fit rewarded the defense with 7 points. I love that. I appreciate that. Both quarterbacks, Stafford and Goff, played phenomenal the first half. Over 500 yards of offense for both teams in total for both teams. Well, they both had 200 plus, which led to a total of 500 plus, which is the most in any game in the first half for any NFL team, according to the statistics I read. But we had the game. We were winning. We were leading 24-17, I believe, at halftime. Correct me if I'm wrong. We went down at the second. We went down to the 30 seconds left, 40 seconds, I think, at the end of the second quarter. We went down and scored a touchdown with Jamo. So that was impressive. But then halftime did us dirty. Now, yes, we were exchanging back and forth blows. We were making catches. Amon-Ra St. Brown was catching everything for the most part, minus a few balls. But it was a good game. We were looking like Detroit football again. We were holding in. The defense was holding strong for the most part. I will say Puka Nacua destroyed our secondary. Like, he had that one drop, but then after that, he just got hot. He was not dropping anything, catching everything and anything. Devontae Adams was trying to get hot too until he had that injury. I think it was his hamstring. He re-aggravated that. I think it was in the fourth quarter. And then yeah, it was not looking good in the second half. Like, Lions were struggling. We didn't score at all in the third quarter. We just couldn't get anything going. It's like that whole momentum from the first half did not move into the second half. We just looked slow, sloppy, exhausted, gassed. Nothing was really going our way. Fourth quarter came around, and we started to finally pick something up. We were able to finally get to 34 points. but at that point, it was looking slim that we would catch up. Matthews, the Rams put up 41, and at that point, I'm like, I don't think the Lions are coming back. They did not. It was a 34-41 was the final score, but honestly, I'm disappointed. Frustrated. I was pretty frustrated, but I've relaxed, calmed down a little bit, and honestly, considering all the bad seasons the Lions had before, yes, it's frustrating. We're 7-6. We lost. It does not eliminate us from the playoffs. It doesn't help our chances, though. We can still make it, but now instead of making it on our own, we're going to have to rely on other teams to either win or lose games in order for us to make it. We're down to 40% chance of making the playoffs with this loss, but we can still win. Who do we play on Christmas? I think the Buccaneers are next. I could be wrong, but we play again on Christmas. No, we have another game coming up before Christmas is a few weeks from now. But the Lions, we lost this game, but honestly, we didn't lose because we lost in an acceptable manner, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, that one catch for the touchdown for the Rams threw to that Corey something, I don't even know who it was, where he's clearly short at the 2-yard line. It looked like an incompletion, honestly, because the ball was bobbled, it looked like it touched the ground before he regained control. But the refs called it a completion and called it a touchdown, which was confusing to pretty much everyone at the stadium. Like, even the announcers were confused. They even showed you, like, the coordinators for the Rams in the booth were confused. And, like, there was one coordinator doing the chicken dance or something for no reason, doing that. So, I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed, but the Lions can still make the playoffs. But, honestly, I'm at this point, as I had time to think about it, I'm thinking, do we really want to go to the playoffs this year? I mean, yes, it'd be nice to make it to the playoffs. But let's think about it. Our defense is still injured. It's weak. It's young still. It's not 100%. Offensively, we're missing key players. We have a lot to iron out and clean up. We have a lot to do in order to make a Super Bowl. As a Lions fan, I know this sucks to hear, but I think this isn't our year. It looked like it in the beginning, but right now I'm like, maybe hold off on that talk. Yes, I want to get a ring. I want a Super Bowl ring. I want the trophy in Detroit. But this ain't going to be a year. Yes, the Bears and the Packers are ahead of us. But I think the best option for the Lions right now is to just play the games the rest of the season, see where it goes. We win some, we lose some, fine. If we get eliminated from the playoffs, I'm saying now I'll be fine with that because it will give us time. It will give us time to recover, heal, and make improvements for next season. We're not gonna have the worst draft pick, but we're not gonna have the best. Neither the best nor worst. But I'll be happy if the Lions can if we can pick up 3 or 4 more wins before the end of the season, so we can sit at least 10-6, or at least 10-7. At that point, I'll be happy with that. But with today's performance, I was proud and pleased with how we played. We could have done better in the second half, but we played the best we could today, and that's all I can ask. Next week, I think it's a home game. I'll have to double check, but Lions fell to 7-6, so not the end of the season, but it's not the end of the season. It doesn't help. It hurts, yes, but I'll take 7-6 over 0-14 at this point. So, Lions, you're doing fine. We've had worse seasons than this, but I think for the rest of you Lions fans who are holding out and hoping that we might make the playoffs, I don't think we will at this point. It's not impossible, but I think for the team it'd be best if we don't. It sucks, but we have to think about the health of our players so that we can get them ready for next season. But we also need to think about drafting as well. But yes, other than that, it was a good game. 34-41. My predictions were wrong, but I'm proud of this team. I love the defensive play we had from Hutchinson, and so offense just dominated, but fell apart the third quarter, came back the fourth. But we'll learn from this game, and we will definitely, hopefully, play better for the next game. But yeah, until then, go Lions, and let's see what the rest of the season holds for us. If it's going to hold good things, great. If it's going to hold positive but not playoff-bound things, acceptable. But we'll see. Good job today, Lions. I know taking L's are hard, but there's worse seasons we've had. So this is still a winning season for us, even without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. So I knew it would be a tough year, but it can only get better from here. Trust me. We went from 15 to we had 12 wins to 15. We're down to 7. Like last year, we had 15-2. The season before, we were 12-5. We're 7-6 now, but don't give up. Lions fans, don't give up. This is not the end of the season. It's not the end of the Dan Campbell, Jared Goff Lions Super Bowl one era. Don't give up. We will get there. We just got to be patient. Time will tell. But we will get there. The trophy will find Detroit, no matter what. Peace. Lions up.